Hey folks, Mitch, Chasing Cars. Coming back at you with another topic of financing and how it works and what's the do's and the don'ts. What's the advantages of different types of financing? So, with a auto dealership, you are going to specialize in different multitudes of financing. Everybody that walks in the door is never going to have perfect credit. There are going to be people out there that are going to have perfect credit, that are, unicorns, that have 800, 750 credit scores and stuff like that. But then you're going to look at them like, what are you doing here? Should he be at a new car dealership? Or are you coming here to a dusty car lot? So as a dealer, you have to provide options for financing. If you just deal with cash cars and you have luck with that, awesome. That's great. Cash is king. That's a beautiful thing. But if you have people that come in the door and they have challenging credit, where they can't get financed, or mom and pop bank down the road, or the credit union across town, they got some bumps and bruises, from a divorce, or maybe from a recent repo or bankruptcy, that hasn't been discharged yet. There are companies out there that are going to provide financing. Now, you have conventional financing. That is regular financing, like for people that can get approved, for 5 to 9% APR. And then you have subprime financing, which falls in the category of bad credit. Which basically follows, for a higher interest rate, based on the term of the loan and also the customer itself, because it is considered high risk lending. Now, there is another option, and if you are in a financial position to do so, there is buy here, pay here. Now, you can make pretty good money with buy here, pay here. The reason why I say that is because the financing portion of it is that you carry the loan in-house. But the trick is to try to achieve as much of the down payment to cover the cost of the vehicle, maybe 1/3 of the repairs and the cleanup that was involved at the time to resell the car. So what you do is that, say for example, you have $1,900 in a car, okay? $2,000. We'll just say $2,000, okay? Now, for that car, you're going to resell the car for $59.95, depending on the car. Like I said, everything is different. Year, make, model, miles. It just depends on the car. So now you are going to ask $1,500 down. Okay, so you're going to float that $500 that you owe on that car out of your pocket. Okay, you're going to float that $500. In an event that the customer does not pay on the car, you can go and repo it and you can keep the down payment. That's just how it works. But you don't want to do that because, they're going to have their, mom, dad, brother, uncle, Billy, Bob on your ass. You don't want to do all that. So you want to work with them as much as possible. If they can't make the payment, find out why, and kind of go from there and try to work with them as much as possible. If they're dicking you around, or if they're just hiding or, not answering your calls, time to come get it. That's all there is to it. But buy here, pay here, you can make good money because you can double the price of the vehicle that you have, what you have in the car. Plus the back end, you are going to be charging your state's maximum APR. If you don't know what that is, I would recommend contacting your deputy registrar at the BMV and inquiring about what is the maximum that you can charge in the state. So with that being said, you can make a lot of money on the back end for your interest rate. So in a perfect world, they'll give you the money that you have already for the car that's fixed, cleaned, on the lot, ready to go, ready for delivery, and it's ready, okay? Then they will start making biweekly payments to you, and you will start collecting that money and start, putting it in a pool, okay? There are now companies out there that buy here, pay here portfolios. Okay. They are companies that will buy a certain amount of accounts from you. They'll take over, but there's a little hook. These buy here, pay here portfolio companies will put you on a 2-month recourse. So in an event, if the car breaks down, blows up, the customer decides to skip state, whatever, you are responsible for the vehicle. Now, if you are going to sell your accounts to a portfolio company, I would definitely recommend putting GPSs on all the cars. Now, with state and federal regulatory law, you must have, through Fraser's, there is a GPS disclosure that the customer does have to sign, indicating that they do know that the vehicle has a GPS. Because if you don't, you're out of compliance and you can get in trouble for that. So there's a lot of pros and cons when it comes to financing. For the smaller dealers out there that don't really want to do buy here, pay here, because it is risk lending. There are some people out there that say it's predatory lending, and there's a lot of mixed feelings and emotions about it. The point is, people need cars and they need to drive the car. They need a car in order to get to work, go to school, take Mary Lou down the road to, pick up her groceries, whatever. Everybody is going to need cars. Transportation is a commodity, and it's never going to fade away. This business is always going to be around, and people are going to need vehicles. Okay. So, with that being said, financing is a big topic. There's a lot of things involved that, open the book on things, So if you have a question, feel free to drop it down below. I've been in special financing for years. If you have any questions as far as how the credit, banking, financing, structuring, deal structuring, and all that stuff, drop your comment down below or drop me a message. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. If you haven't subscribed to Chasing Cars, please do. Click on that little subscribe button and click on that notification bell. You'll be notified for your next video, any new videos that I'll be producing here soon. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop me a line. Other than that, nice seeing you, and we'll catch you on the next video. Stay safe and talk to you soon.